Dallas, you've never had a Celsius?
No, I've never had a Celsius. I don't even know what a Celsius is.
It is just like a classic energy drink.
Oh, it's an energy drink?
Yes, it's an energy drink. Yeah.
It's like, okay, I'm gonna be honest. There's a lot of bad flavors of Celsius. Like,
What?
okay, I like Monsters personally. Whoa, oh, that was a
Bruh,
reaction.
listen.
Okay,
Celsius, you have one sip of Celsius, and I had one sip, and like my eyes were just like wide open.
We can tell. Bro, I've never seen Isaac this energized before.
I know, man. Is it just me? I'm kind of like.
You just like you even suggest.
Here.
You
What did I say?
suggest that there could be a bad Celsius flavor. He's like, no.
No, that's right. Well, I'm defending Celsius right now.
Okay, I didn't say it was bad. Okay, wait, hold on. Let's bring it back. Let's bring it back. The way he is laughing over his pizza bites is insane.
I'll be honest with you. Celsius just kind of looks like normal energy drinks like Red Bull and Monster, but for like white suburban
Dallas,
people.
You've got it. You've cracked.
Well, you know what, Dallas? No one cares
Oh,
about your
that's
opinion.
exactly what it
We
is?
only care about my opinion right now, and I say Celsius is the best energy drink, and so we're gonna go with that.
Oh, okay. I've actually, true fun fact, I've literally never had an energy drink, period.
Can I get you a Monster? Okay, I love Monsters. I'm a big Monster guy.
Monster is pretty good.
I've never had a Monster.
Yeah, okay. I did like Celsius. Celsius are better cans. I like the cans for Celsius better.
I do gotta be honest. I'm not big on energy drinks, but when I worked at Subway, if I ever had a morning shift and I was exhausted, I would always buy 2 of those, the orange monsters, the Ultra Sunrise.
You
That
buy
is
2?
literally the way to go. Yes, you always buy 2. You never buy 1.
There's a reason I was 240 pounds, man.
Wait, Christian, was it for Monster or for Celsius?
It was the monster. They come in an orange can. They're called Ultra Sunrise. Oh my god, I'm not big on energy drinks, but I'll mess those up.
But you're also an orange addict.
Yeah, anything orange, citrus, anything. If it's orange flavor, I'll mess it
Well,
up,
guys,
man.
welcome to crap. What episode is this, Dallas? What number are we on?
Well, okay? Wait, here we'll guess. If you can get it
I know.
right, then
I know which episode.
well,
Yeah, technically, if we're counting the old ones with just Dallas, me, and Kai, we're on episode 10.
10? Then we're on what?
yeah, that's correct.
Of just me in it, then it's like 7, right?
Yeah.
No, of just you, it's 6.
Okay, kick me off. Bye, guys. Sorry.
Yeah. Host doesn't even know his own podcast.
There's 2 different numbers that throw me off. Like there's the YouTube numbers and then there's the Spotify numbers. Well, welcome to the podcast. Today is 404 day, which if you always don't know what that is, that's
I know what it
that's
is.
our celebration of our. Okay, what is it? Isaac.
White freak. I just saw this on Instagram. I can't remember. What was it?
Oh, bro. Okay, it's.
Your man goes, I know it.
Oh wait, never mind.
It's Atlanta Day, basically, because 404 is the Atlanta area code. So
Hey.
happy Atlanta Day, go kiss Blooper or Freddie the Falcon, or maybe go cry over the CNN
I
Center
would kiss
or
Blooper.
something.
I don't even know who Blooper is, but he sounds kissable.
Baseball fans are gonna probably agree with you. He's probably the most he's probably
Oh.
that one baseball mascot.
Are we talking about Blooper from Mario?
No,
Oh.
no, we're
No,
talking
this
about
is a different people. Yeah.
We're talking about Blooper from the Atlanta Braves.
What?
Can I very quickly just give say I want to appreciate Blooper?
You want to appreciate Blooper?
Yeah, because years and years ago, when I was a little kid, I went to a Braves game, and I vividly remember it was at least 100 degrees. No exaggeration. It was bad.
Mm-hmm.
But that guy's still out there in the suit, just dancing around, having a good time. And I know
Oh yeah.
that he was like 2 seconds away from having a heat stroke, but he just dealt with it.
Blooper is the GOAT. He has
Oh, yeah.
his Instagram is the best Braves content.
Honestly, I agree.
I'll be honest. Blooper kind of looks like. Okay, you guys ever watch Yo Gabba Gabba?
Yeah, he
No.
kind of does look like one of those characters.
He looks like the red one combined with Fozzy the bear from Muppets.
Yeah.
What the freak are you talking about?
You don't know Fozzy? Wait, Isaac, did you not watch the Muppets?
Oh heck no. No.
What? You don't know Fozzie
What is
Bear?
wrong with
The
you?
Muppets?
No.
Oh
Dude, what
my
is that?
God.
Some sort of like animal?
Wait,
Some
wait,
sort
hold
of like
on.
species
Okay,
that
I can't tell if you're messing
that
with
lives
us
in
or
Canada?
not. I
Canadian
can't tell if you're
species?
messing.
Wait,
No,
do you
I'm
know
not
what the
messing.
Muppets is?
Yeah.
Okay, you know what the Muppets is, but you don't know who Fozzie Bear is.
Nope. Oh wait. Is he the guy with the hat?
Yeah, he's the bear with the
Yes.
hat. Yeah, the
No
Waka
way.
Waka.
Fozzie Bear.
Oh. Yeah, I still don't know who he is.
Okay. Oh my God.
Bruh, energy drink Isaac is crazy.
Yo,
Yo,
it's like a different character. It's like
Yeah.
a different person.
You know how it's like in some video games, like you have like the different like tiers that you can like upgrade your character. This is like a whole different like tier.
It's like maxed out, or what do we?
Oh no, this
Bruh,
ain't even maxed out.
I'm on 2,000 HP right now. Fight me. Bro, I'm literally invincible right now. I could freaking beat a bear up right now if I wanted. I could beat
That's
Fozzie
true.
Bear up right now.
This is like. Isaac, did you see my comment on your Be Real?
No, I didn't. What'd you say?
I said, okay, for context for the listeners or the watchers, whatever. Isaac was wearing a black sort of denim shirt today. He's long
Oh, yeah.
sleeve. And I don't know why.
Yeah.
I get a very emo-ish vibe from
Yes.
the shirt. And okay, not the
Why did
reaction
you
from before, but I then commented Isaac's in his "This is not a phase, mom" phase.
Oh wait, actually, I think I saw that.
Yeah.
Saw that.
And I think that was earlier today was Isaac's emo phase, and now we're in his like obnoxious phase.
What? I am insulted right now.
Shots fired.
Okay, you were the one who literally didn't you say you could take on Fozzie Bear? What were you saying?
I did. I could take him on. Like I could literally
He's a
like
bear,
whoop that
Isaac.
boy.
Okay,
I could whoop that boy.
this is so not even close to our topic today, but this is relevant. Do you think you could fight a tiger and win?
Oh yeah, easily.
God
Oh,
no.
easily.
Yeah,
Bro,
For
Isaac,
sure.
Isaac,
Bro,
Isaac.
listen,
Okay, there
listen,
are videos online of tigers legitimately like tearing up people. Like when I say tear up,
Listen.
I'm talking about you see a person, there is nothing left but just like a singular intestine.
Nah.
Isaac, you could
Nah.
not. Isaac, a lion.
listen,
listen,
tigers have killed like elephants before.
Listen, you give me 4 Celsiuses and that boy's going to the moon.
Okay, tell me your strategy. What is
moon.
your fighting
Like
strategy?
freaking Popeye with
strategy?
spinach.
Facts. No, I literally just go up to the tiger, I go up to him and I say stop, and then I drink my Celsius and I go ahead and Popeye punch him to the moon.
Is this a
Okay,
Looney Tunes
good plan.
cartoon?
Okay,
Like, is that what
makes
we're
you think
talking
that the
about?
tiger's gonna stop? What makes you think like, oh, the man
The
said
Celsius
stop?
is gonna make him stop, Dallas.
What
Yes,
is the
exactly.
Celsius?
Thank you, Christian. Exactly,
Wait,
bruh.
how is the Celsius gonna? What are you gonna throw it in its eyes?
I'm gonna say stop, and I'm gonna show him the can, and then he's gonna be terrified, and then I'm gonna punch him to the moon.
Is this a Red Bull commercial?
No, it's a
You get the
Celsius
wrong
commercial.
drink.
Now this is the Frosty Flakes commercial.
Dude, you
It's
could
like stop
you know
right
what?
there.
I'll say this. Depending on the tiger, I think Isaac could take it, depending on how many Celsius he's had. If he takes on like a real tiger, there's no shot, but he could probably
What do you
take on
mean
the
a real
Frosted Flakes
tiger?
guy. Like a real tiger, like an
You
actual.
think we're talking about a fake one?
No, but I'm saying if he wanted to take on the frosted, what's his name, Tony the Tiger?
Oh
He
yeah,
could
Yeah,
take
I could
He
take
could
that boy.
him. Anybody could take Tony the Tiger.
I could
mean,
take that boy. with
He's
my
ripped,
pinky.
but I feel like he's way too nice.
Nah, Tony the Tiger's a wimp.
Yeah, he's a
For
pushover.
real.
He just
I
goes
guess-
like to the gym. He just goes to the gym, but like that's it. Like
Yeah.
I don't think he's ever touched grass besides in the commercials.
I saw Tony the Tiger take steroids.
Yeah.
You heard it here, folks. Tony the Tiger is a fraud.
Bro, Tony the Tiger is not natty.
He's not what?
Is that what? Hold on, what is this lingo?
Oh, I think Christian understands what I mean.
Isaac is.
Whoa.
Oh my god.
You get the high pitched laugh out of Christian, so something real funny just happened.
Yeah, Christian doesn't laugh very easily.
What are you talking? I feel like I laugh at almost everything.
But you don't. We can't hear you.
Okay.
So like, if you're
I'm
genuinely
usually
like
just like
deep
a.
laughing.
Woogly, woogly.
Woogly, woogly, woogly.
No, well, I'll introduce us into our topic today. We got one topic, and we're doing one thing today. It's just one thing, and this is to piggyback off of what everybody's doing, but I will like to do it. I think it's funny. We'll be traveling to the darkest place of the internet, known as Reddit. We'll be looking at the subreddit for "Am I the A-hole?" The
this is gonna
Am
be
I
kinda
the A-hole Reddit or subreddit. So, you always know what these are? You guys know what?
I actually don't.
Heard of this trend? You've never
These are
heard this
interesting.
trend?
No, yeah, I've never heard of this.
So the purpose of Am I the A-hole is basically, so they're going to tell a story and they're not sure if they're in the wrong or if they're in the right. And basically they just say their story and then they finish it up with Am I the A-hole? And then it is our task to determine if they are the A-hole or if they are perfectly fine. So I haven't even picked them out. I'm just, because there's a lot of juicy ones just by looking at the titles. We're just going to dive in, no preparation, just, shoot from the hip.
Mode.
Okay.
Okay, bet.
Now, if you always want to butt in at all throughout this whole thing, let me know. So I kind of picked out a shorter one for the first one, but are we good, guys?
Yeah.
Good first one.
Let's do it.
All right. Am I the a-hole for taking advantage, in quotations, of my girlfriend?
Okay,
I
wait.
What?
I just think this is
Pause,
such a.
wait. Okay. Say that one more time?
Am I the a-hole for taking advantage, in quotation marks, of my girlfriend?
Okay, so we're clearly reading 6ix9ine's Reddit post. So let's. All right.
I don't know. I think maybe he's just putting this because this is what he's being labeled as. I can't imagine he just genuinely is like, "Whoa, I can't take advantage of my girl." Let's see. Let's hear this guy out. I'm gonna assume it's a guy.
All right, Rice Gum. Let's go.
Okay. I feel like I'm about to get flamed, so throw away. My girlfriend and I have been together for 3 years. Since we started dating, we have a tradition of paying for each other for dinner for our birthdays. We don't have a limit on how much that meal would cost. My girlfriend doesn't drink. She at most has a cocktail or sparkling water. I usually pay $100 to $150 for both of us for her birthday dinner. My birthday dinner was 2 days ago and we went out. I drink, which my girlfriend doesn't like, and she thinks it's a waste of money. But it's my birthday and she agreed to pay for everything. I had 8 drinks, a steak, and a dessert at a steakhouse, which cost about $200. And with her $70 meal, it came to $310 with tips. She didn't say anything at the time, but last night blew up at me for drinking so much and expecting me to cover it. I defended myself because it was technically unlimited, and no, I wasn't drunk. I have pretty high tolerance, so it's not fair. I can't enjoy myself. She is pretty frugal, so she thinks it's a crazy amount, and I was an a-hole for leaving her with this high of a bill. We agreed we would pay for each other's meals and drinks, and it's not my fault she doesn't normally get more than one drink, and it's non-alcoholic, so it's cheaper. But she has been ignoring me and refusing to talk it out. If she's that upset, I'll reimburse her for my portion, but then that's the end of our tradition. Am I the a-hole?
Bro is seriously taking advantage of his girlfriend there, actually. I think he is the a-hole. I think he is, personally.
I think he's the a-hole because, first off, 8 drinks is crazy.
That is wild.
I mean, bro was going in and out of the bathroom the whole night. I mean, I can't even, I'll go to a restaurant, and obviously I don't drink, alcohol, so maybe this isn't the same thing, but me and my cherry Coke at Texas, or at Taco Mac, I drink that one thing, and I'm done. I might get a refill, but that's it. 8 at a steak restaurant?
I'll say whenever you said take advantage of my girlfriend and then immediately started talking about alcohol, I thought we were going down a
Oh,
way
yeah.
more like
Yeah, this
Oh
could be.
my gosh.
Whoa. Yeah, I
My-
physically abused my girlfriend in our apartment. Am I taking advantage?
yeah.
You know,
Oh
like,
my
See,
gosh.
that's the issue. I thought that was the route that was going, and so I guess in my mind, I'm like, oh, it's not as bad as what it could have been.
My honest take is I think that both him and the girlfriend are a-holes.
Yeah,
Because
I was gonna
both-
say that too because go ahead.
The guy, I mean, I on one hand I could understand, because he said he usually spends what 70 to 100 on his lady on all
100
that.
to 150 for her
Okay,
meals.
yeah, so 200. I mean, listen, again, I wouldn't want to spend 200, but if they already have a deal that it's my birthday, I can go drink whatever, and it's only like $50 more, which again I can understand is a lot, but it's not too crazy.
Okay, but it
could
actually
definitely
was. It actually was about double the amount. It was
Oh,
310
you're right.
with tips.
Right. I'm sorry about that.
No, you're fine.
I don't know. I think they just both suck, especially because she doesn't want to talk about it later. She just wants to be mad. It's like it was his birthday and you agreed to pay for it. You can be upset, but don't be like that,
Yeah, I feel like it's kind of a tricky situation because you already agreed to it, but like on one hand, like I don't think it's really her place to be mad. I think it's her
Right.
place to just not like the person she's dating because a good guy would realize, oh, even though my girlfriend said she would pay for my meal, maybe we shouldn't crank up the bill and go to the nicest steakhouse in the area, which I'm assuming,
Right,
and spend
exactly.
$310 for two people. That's
Right.
crazy. And dessert. That's crazy.
That is
Yeah.
crazy. He's kind of taking it to the extreme, I feel like. Like,
He
I mean, he
should've
could be a little bit more.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
He
Yeah.
definitely should have named the post a lot better,
Yeah.
I was
Yeah.
thinking I was
Yeah.
thinking we are gonna have to cut this whole part out.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, we're thinking about some sort of like, abuse type thing going on. But we're fine. We're fine.
It's like what's concern. It's like what does that mean about us? That was what our minds went to.
And that's
Ah,
like,
Because
That's just how this world is, sadly.
as
Yeah.
soon as we heard that, we were like, here we go again.
I feel like the
Not
problem is
again.
though, I think I could have broken down that that's not what it was if I only got that first part and like we just stopped there. Because
Yeah.
like I've never seen one of these where it was just like literally somebody
Illegal.
just calling out for help. Like, am I the a-hole for being mad at my dad for like physically beating me every night? Like that would you don't really see some genuinely cries for help on
I
this
love how
subreddit.
I love how people would actually do that on Reddit. Like, they would literally go to the people on Reddit for help.
I just
Like,
wouldn't think that was
help
like
me.
real. Like I hope if you're listening to this and you're going through some sort of problem like this, like do not do an am I the a-hole about this. Actually go on like I don't know, maybe don't go on Reddit for this.
Exactly.
Actually
right.
go. This is not don't go on the am I the a-hole part because everybody's not going to take you seriously. Like please don't do that. It's a terrible idea.
Yeah.
For
Unless that
real.
was the only way you can contact people. Like for some reason on your phone, all you have is access to the Am I the A-hole subreddit. So you just have to send cryptic messages through your stories.
I do like the
Oh
idea
my God.
that's the only subreddit they can access. They can't access ones where they can like potentially hear from doctors and experts. It's like only can they access am I the people?
Yeah, no, so we in I think we've kind of agreed that even though the girl is definitely not 100% in the right for her actions, the dude is definitely the a-hole.
I wouldn't
in this
even say
one.
that. I would say that she's more. I just think that she could have handled it more maturely afterwards and been more upfront. I think it was
I
most.
agree.
I would say I would agree that it was the guy is definitely in the wrong here, but I also believe that there is a certain element of immaturity on the girl's part in the sense of she shouldn't have been all recluse sitting in the corner crying.
Yeah,
Hmm.
she should have just. I mean, honestly, this just shows the character of who you're dating. I mean, that's just a matter of fact.
Exactly.
I mean, unless you
right.
guys just don't work together and you both have this issue, but if you find it offensive now,
Yeah.
like bro, you just didn't think he was gonna do this. I mean, like, I don't know. Maybe they've been dating for a while, is what it looks like. So,
Yeah.
well, I will go ahead and move on to our next one if you guys are fine with that.
Yep, go ahead.
Oh, that one was pretty tame, I feel like.
That one was pretty tame. And again, I have not read any of these before. I'm like diving in for the first time. This is firsthand reacting. So this one is definitely longer. Again, if you want to butt in at any point, you can. Am I the a-hole for refusing to share my inheritance with my father's new children?
Okay.
What the heck, huh? What?
Yeah, let's see how this goes. My
Oh
father's
my gosh.
only child, my grandmother and grandfather were kind of disappointed with how he chose to live his life after high school. He wasted a bunch of his time and their money pursuing courses of study he didn't have any real interest in. They made sure he graduated debt-free and then left him to his own devices. When he married my mom, they helped pay for the wedding and gave them the down payment for their home. My mom and dad spent the next 20 years goofing off. When I was born, I was pretty much given to my grandparents to raise. My maternal grandparents helped as much as they could, but they are back in Argentina. So I was basically raised by my dad's little brother, not as his kid. My grandparents came to my parent-teacher meetings. They attended my sporting events. They basically were my parents. My biological mother passed away when I was 12. I found out weeks later since my dad didn't bother telling anyone. When I was 25, my grandparents got taken within 2 months of each other. My grandfather went last, and in his will, he left my dad $50.
He left him his dad?
What?
Wait,
Wait,
he
no,
left
he
him
left-
his... He
No,
left him
he
his
left
dad?
my dad $50.
Oh,
in
I
his
thought you were
will.
saying that the dad died and left the kid his dad. I'm like,
No.
Oh my
He-
gosh.
I'm like,
It
so
says
is-
he left the ASPCA $50,000 and I got the rest. You hear how much he... Now, this really shows how much respect you've earned from your parents. When your own father gives you 50 or...
Bro,
I think that
$50?
means
That's
$50.
That's
I mean, I don't know if the guys
crazy.
were just really not great in, like money wise, but $50 because the ASPCA got 50,000, and then she got the rest. So I'm assuming she got a huge chunk. That's crazy.
Crazy.
Good
yeah.
for her. Like, okay, before I keep going, this is so sad.
This is
is
really
so
sad, honestly.
I'm sorry that I picked such a sad one.
Okay, go. Can we acknowledge the fact that this man said his parents goofed off?
Yeah, like what
Bro,
happened is
That's a crazy
his-
word to use there.
his grandparents were this person's parents, I don't know if it's a guy or girl. The person's parents basically were like not a part of their life for like their whole life basically, and just ran off and just left them to be with their grandparents basically, and just went off and did their own thing. 20 years goofing off. I want to know what that means.
Bro, that's exactly what I know. I want to know what that means too.
I'm like,
goofing
His choice of
Goofing.
vocabulary there is just, I don't know. I feel like it's so out of place.
yeah.
well,
Oh my
here's
God.
the rest. Now I have a huge old house and a rather nice nest egg. I don't
What?
know
A
what that
what?
means.
A nest egg?
And quoting,
Wait.
now I have a huge old house and a rather nice nest egg.
Plot twist, they're actually birds.
They're birds. 35-year-old bird.
To be fair, in bird culture, it probably is more, I guess, acceptable for the parents to just leave the kid to just spread its
That
wings.
is true. That is
That's
true.
true.
Oh my gosh,
That would
That
make
is
that's
sense.
very true. Guys, this is crazy. What? Oh my god.
I'm 35. My fiance and I are about to start our own family. My dad calls me out of the blue and says he has remarried, news to me, and that his wife is expecting. I congratulate him, not knowing what else to do. He said obviously my grandparents would want their grandchildren to share equally in their estate. He said I need to talk to the lawyers and see about setting up a trust fund for this new kid and any future kids. I said that I was not splitting my inheritance and that it was his job as a parent to provide for his children. So this is where this stuff comes in clearly.
Yeah.
He tried saying that his parents hadn't provided for him. I asked him about his debt for 7 years of university. I asked about the money for his wedding. I asked about his mortgage. I asked him if he could please provide me with information about how much he paid towards my education, how much he helped when I bought my first home, what he gave towards my wedding. For the record, he got us a sweet stand mixer. Dang.
What?
A sweet what mixer?
Stand mixer, like a.
What does that do?
It's kind of like a. I guess it's like a baking mixer, basically.
Yeah, I think so too. Yeah.
Ah.
I would say it's more of condescending. For the record, he got us a sweet stand mixer. Like your own dad, your wedding gets you a stand mixer. I mean,
You got
like
us
your
pretty
boss probably like this
That's,
person's boss.
I'm not
probably
gonna
got
lie.
them
That's kind of depressing. Not gonna lie.
yeah, it kind of
Oh my
is.
gosh.
What's your like ideal wedding present for you guys? You think?
For my parents, like my
Like,
parents
just, like,
probably
just-
to pay for some of the wedding. You know,
A toupee?
like to pay for like some of it. I mean, that's tradition. Usually, is the parents will
Mm.
pay for a portion of the wedding, and sometimes like the bride's parents will pay for the whole wedding,
Right.
Ooh,
depending on how rich you are.
as as it should be. I'll take it.
yeah, yeah. Dallas is like, yeah, you're right. You know, let's bring that back, man.
Amen.
It's only got a little bit left. I'll read this off right quick. He said that he didn't have the kind of money his parents had. I asked him how much he earned at his job. He said that he worked to live, not live to work. The little
Huh.
deadbeat. That was something he always said to my grandfather. It really hit home with me. He has spent his entire life on easy mode. I told him that if he is a competent father and his new kids finish high school, I will help them get an education. He said he needs money now. I asked why my unborn half sibling needed money. It turns out my dad hasn't been paying his taxes. I offered to buy his
Why?
house and rent it back to him. He said I was being an a-hole like his dad and trying to control him with money. My wife is with me, but she thinks I was harsh and that his kid deserves a leg up. So this
Sheesh.
guy. So we figured out
Wait,
it's
is
a
the
guy.
kid missing a leg? What? What did I miss?
No. Bro, listen to the fine. And this kid deserves a leg up.
Okay, I'm just hearing
like a
something
figure
about a
of-
missing
it's-
leg.
It's just a figure of speech, I think. I'm pretty sure, right?
Oh, it's a
Pretty
figure.
sure it's
oh,
just
Yeah.
a figure of speech.
Yeah.
oh,
pretty sure.
Okay.
Like 99% positive.
Like, yeah. Oh. And is the reason why the dad only received $50 in the inheritance, is that because the parents saw him as a failure?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what it was.
Because
Yeah.
it starts out is my grandmother and grandfather were kind of disappointed with how he chose to live his life after high school.
Yeah, right. Okay. Oh gosh. These
Wow.
stories are sad. My goodness.
This is some heavy stuff.
I would say anyone to think that the dad is not the a-hole here needs to go like check themselves, dude. Like this is 100% on the dad for
Yeah.
sure.
Okay, I've been trying to stay quiet on this one, but I'm a little fiery on this one because I can kind of relate to it. You know, I've never been a part of someone's inheritance, but I have a dad who is a piece of shit, right? If he were to come to me and he was like, Christian, I want some of your money so you can help me out, I'm going to go tell him to go F himself, and I'm probably going to throw an overhand right to his nose.
Okay.
He wasn't ever there for me. He
okay.
never
Wow.
helped me. So you know what? He can go stuff it. I'm trying to keep it PG. I'm sorry.
No, you're fine.
It's just like you can't
Good job, Christian.
you can't be a complete piece of, shit to your kid for their whole life and then be like, hey, I'm just gonna step in right here. Can you help me with these other kids that I had while I ignored you for your whole life?
Yeah,
Oh.
nah.
Facts.
That's kind
Okay,
of
I see. Okay, I see what it is now. Okay, I thought. All right, I guess in my mind though, it's like clearly these kids aren't gonna do very well.
Well, I mean, I feel
Nah.
bad for the kids, but that's not his problem.
It's like
Yeah,
I
that's
feel like
that's
the
true.
moral obligation would be that maybe he does give something to the kid, right? Just to help him out. Just because he was in that situation, he feels bad for the kid. But the logical thing would be no. Because
Right.
he has no reason to help. He has absolutely no reason to help them. The only reason he
Exactly.
has is because he feels bad for the kid, but he shouldn't help his dad at all. I think
Okay.
his dad should just go kick rocks. I mean,
Yeah, I 100% agree with that.
That
But
really
I think-
does something to your kids' mentality when you actually treat them like garbage and tell them that they are like just a failure in life. That
I
I
mean,
feel bad for
another
the guy,
thing is
honestly.
we technically don't know. The guy didn't know if the dad would just take the money for himself and just do the exact same thing
Exactly.
that he did to him as a kid.
He more than likely would have.
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
So yeah, you got. I was just thinking more in the case of the kids. If it's like, if the dad wants money to help to make his new kids' life better, I'm like, I would think that the guy would want to be more sympathetic towards those kids, considering his life was so rough with his dad. But now that I realize, I'm like, we don't know if the dad would actually use the money for the kids.
yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
So I agree. Yeah, I agree with you guys.
So
I
it's
think the
not
guy
even
made the
close.
right
This
choice.
guy's the ass. This guy's the a-hole.
Yeah, 100%.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, why don't I lighten up the stories? We're gonna do like maybe a couple more of these and we'll call it. But I got a more light one, and definitely it's kind of embarrassing that these two were like right next to each other. Like there's no importance thing here. So here's the title. Am I the a-hole for being rude to my boyfriend after he withheld salt from me?
Oh,
Wait, what? Did you say?
Yeah.
Wait, did you say assault or salt? Like assault or
Salt. Like salt, like sodium.
like
Table salt.
how would you
what?
withhold assault?
How could you not assault me? I'm so mad at you.
That's exactly what I know.
How dare
Oh my
you.
god.
Am I not good enough?
Am I not good enough to get beat?
My it says the ages, but I think this is wrong. But my boyfriend 30 and this person's 27 are currently on vacation with his family. This was 14 hours ago, by the way.
Wow.
crazy.
Whoa.
So this is
Talk
like
about fresh content. Wow. Okay.
yeah, look at this.
Is it okay if I butt in real quick?
Yeah, go ahead.
Imagine getting into an argument with your significant other over something like salt, and then later you're just in your room by yourself just thinking, wow, I really got to question whether this is whether I was in the right or wrong. And instead of talking to your boyfriend or girlfriend or whatever, you're like, let me go post this on Reddit.
On the middle of the cruise too.
Also, gotta add, they had to have typed this whole thing out, and while thinking to themselves, they not once were like, maybe this is just a dumb argument. They were like, no, I'm gonna post this and get other people's input.
Well, here's the thing. Imagine telling someone that you divorced your significant other over salt. Like, can you imagine? Like,
That's
yeah,
a pretty cool way to go.
I split up with that guy because he was kind of like keeping the salt from me. Like, I really wanted the salt. He just wouldn't let me have it.
I
He gave
feel
you the
Oh.
pepper, but not the salt. How could you?
Yeah, exactly.
I feel like the salt is like there. It can't just be like it has to be like. I'm
It's
like
something about the salt.
like no, it's not even that. I feel like it's like a code word for something. I feel like it's like
Code word. Okay.
yeah, because I don't think because like there's no way that anybody would be like, oh yeah, we got into an argument because he wouldn't pass me salt. There's no way.
Why don't I get into it and we'll
Yeah.
see what happens. My boyfriend and I are currently on vacation with his family. I have volunteered to cook most nights because I love to cook and I am the best at it of the entire group.
Okay,
This evening,
wow.
I know,
A little bit
humble.
A
egotistical.
little bit. I was gonna. Yeah, I know.
I think we don't even need to read this, guys. I think I'm.
Golly, that pride.
This evening, I was making a dish for everyone and asked my boyfriend to please get me an array of seasonings for the specific dish. Soy sauce, pepper, and salt. And then he said, if you're using... Okay, hold on. MSG. Sorry, I forgot to add that. If you're using MSG, do you really need salt? To which I explained that MSG is not salty, has 1/3 of sodium content to regular salt. Wow, it's getting all technical. Yeah, all this yapping. And that dishes, if they are using MSG, will still typically require salt. I was cooking outside on a griddle, and the dish comes together quickly, so I was not able to go back and grab any additional seasonings. I realized shortly afterward that he did not include salt, just 3 of the 4 things I requested. When I asked, he said we didn't need it. I tried the food, it was bland, so he then proceeded to put an additional soy sauce, which it did not need. I needed freaking salt. Either way, I was defeated and needed to take it off, so I served it as is, without salt. Everyone,
What?
upon being served, said it needed salt and proceeded to salt their own dishes. My boyfriend stood his decision and doubled down on his argument that you can't remove salt. I don't know if that's right, but you can add it, and that he preferred how it tasted as is. I was fuming because he has done this in the past and says I occasionally overseason or oversalt the food. However, it does not happen regularly enough to be an issue. Occasionally accidental. I do 90% of the cooking at home, and he loves my food. We argued about it, and he stood his ground that he prefers his food less salty, and that if I salted it, that he would have been I don't know what that says, and not been able to eat any of it. However, the amount of salt it required was not enough to be overly salted, and that I know for a fact the amount of salt I would have used, he would have happily eaten it. I told him his behavior felt controlling, and he hit me with I could have grabbed more salt myself, but again, this dish, if I stepped away, would have been burned quickly.
Okay, I
Am
thought
I
you were
the
just
a-hole
gonna.
for being? I know. I thought hit me, and I was like,
Yeah,
whoa.
I thought you were just gonna end it at he hit me, and then I'm like, oh.
So the next part
that's
is,
where this is
am I the a-hole for being angry and calling my boyfriend controlling for not just getting me the salt when I asked for it initially?
Okay, I'm not gonna lie. I'm a little bit lost in this story, just a little bit.
So let me clarify. Let me summarize it real quick. Basically, this lady, she's cooking, and she kind of was getting her seasonings, and he asked the guy, hey, would you get me salt and all these other things? He said, you don't need the salt because this thing will already give it flavor, MSG. And she was like, no, I need it. He was like, no. And basically just ignored her request and just got her 3 of the things. And then it was too late. So she just had to serve it without the salt. Everybody said it needed salt. And he said it still didn't need salt. He was the only one saying it didn't need salt. And they got an argument about it. And basically he said he complained that she overseasons the food and oversalts the food all the time. And that it was perfect how it was, but she feels like that the amount of salt she puts on it is usually something that he would like, like he never complains about her food before, that's kind of the summary.
I'm gonna be
I
honest
see.
with
I
you.
see.
I'm kind of. You see, here's the problem with these is because I always am afraid that what I say will be like met with like intense rage. Because like
Everyone just be intensely, just furious with Dallas after he says it.
yeah, I'm just like because
All right,
like,
Christian, I'm getting that cyanide out after this.
My boy.
oh yeah, I forgot you still wanted that after me outing you. I would say from this, I'm gonna let you guys take the wheel on this because I'm gonna confess right now I am incredibly stupid. So
Okay.
I'll let you guys take the wheel.
I personally would say that the guy is I would say the guy is the a-hole for kind of initiating all this because I think she's the cook. She's the cook. It's her dish. It's her meal. She should be able to make it however she likes. And if she wants to put salt in it, and it should be all on her. And if it tastes over seasoned, then that's on her. He just needs to stay out of it, right?
Moreover, I mean, it's like his flavor preference doesn't dictate the flavor preference of the entire family.
Yeah, for real. And like everybody, and especially since everybody said it needed salt,
Right.
Yeah.
like why is he now? I feel like she might be admitting a lot here. Like I feel like there's a chance that there was like one person who said it needed salt, and she was just like, "Oh God, everybody wanted," like she might be
Yeah.
exaggerating a good bit
I think.
here.
See, that's the reason why I think it's kind of on both sides. I think it's more so on the guy's fault, but like I think the lady's exaggerating just a little bit when she said, like you said, that everyone said they needed salt on the meal.
Mhm.
So
It's
I don't
just
know.
food.
Right, it's
Like,
just
it's
food.
just food. Like, it's gonna if it needed salt, I'm sure nobody was like furious, like, oh my god, this is terrible. It doesn't have salt. It
Right.
needs salt. Like, I'm sure nobody like stood up from dinner like you're out of the family,
Right,
Hmm.
exactly.
and just left. Right? Like, I don't know. Maybe it's just me. I think.
No,
Yeah,
I agree.
I would say I would agree. I think her reactions. She's probably exaggerating a lot, but I think at the bare minimum, the guy is probably the a-hole.
I feel like
Right.
they both need to go to couples therapy
Yeah, they don't belong together. No.
because on one hand, the guy's dumb because he just wouldn't give her the salt, but on the other hand, he's on Reddit complaining about an argument over salt.
See, that's that.
He-
See, here's the thing. That's why I think she's also in the wrong here because why the
Right.
heck would she even need to post this on Reddit?
Exactly.
Yeah, exactly.
I just
So-
imagine this like just like Discord mod looking girl just like sitting in her bed, just like hands all gritty, just typing away at the keyboard, just breathing intensely, just in a fit of rage.
breathing in.
What's really good is imagining them on the cruise. They're sharing a bed. So she's typing this all out, and he's probably like, "Oh, what are you doing, honey?" And she's like, "Nothing," and he just keeps typing away. Like he's completely forgot about the argument. He's just like, "Oh, what are you doing?"
Oh
she's
my
like
God.
she's on her laptop, like in another and like at the kitchen table at their like place at their condo. I'm assuming they're at the beach or something. And she's just hunched down, looking at her computer, just like grinning, like "Arr," and just
Yeah.
like aggressively typing, like posting to Reddit. Like,
Right. Oh my gosh.
can't wait to see how many upvotes I get.
we should do like a video dedicated to us like living out these.
Honestly,
Oh.
yeah, bro, reenacting these moments,
Yeah,
these stories,
yeah.
that'd be crazy. Yeah.
I'll say I like to imagine that the guy in the situation also went to Reddit, and there's another story that's exactly the same as that's like the
Yeah.
same like story, but it's like completely different. It's like, so I was in the foothills of the Himalayas, and it's just
Yeah.
like completely like a completely different story.
It's on the
Yeah,
same
it's-
subreddit too. They're just right beside each
Like-
other.
Like literally, like the story is like instead it's like, yeah, you know, I if like we could put salt in it, and she slapped me, and it's like, okay. You have to like figure out like who was real. Like
Yeah,
which
they're
one was
both
accurate.
extremely exaggerated. They're both
Right.
completely different sides.
Yeah.
I would agree. They definitely exist. They're both definitely like, I'm gonna go to bed early. She's like, me too, and they both go to the laptop, just like
Both
typing
go to
away on
Reddit.
Reddit. I'll get back at him on Reddit. I'll show him, and then we'll end up on somebody's podcast,
And then they find each other's Reddits, and they're like, "Wait a second, this is pretty similar to something my wife would write." Oh, okay.
You know, what are the chances that we actually know some of the people that have posted this stuff?
Bruh, it's like
That'd be
it's somebody's
crazy.
mom. It's like one of our moms.
Dallas,
like,
it's your
that'd be
freaking,
crazy.
it's your freaking mom. Your freaking
Like, it's
mom is
just
on Reddit,
it's just
like
your mom.
writing away.
You just
Like,
completely forgot the
why?
massive. But that was 14 hours ago. Did you always had any incident with salt lately?
let me text. I'm gonna text every single female person in my contact and be like, all right, what are your thoughts on it? All right?
Imagine they all are like, "Yeah, that guy sucks. He should have given her the salt. Oh, she's in the right. I would have put it on Reddit too."
I would have put it on Reddit. Well, I have my last one for us, and then we shall be done.
Okay, awesome.
And this one is kind of. I guess we'll just see. This one was an hour ago. So.
Oh,
Whoa! Now this one really could be.
Wow.
I don't
Wait.
know.
hold up. That means that this was written, like this was posted legitimately 5 minutes before the podcast started.
Oh my god.
I know that's crazy. Like I refreshed the page a second ago and it popped up. Like that's wild.
All right.
My friend Tiffany, 16, female, fake name.
Okay.
I don't know why
What
it
a way to
says that it's a
introduce the
fake
story.
name. Hygiene
Fake-
habits are well less. Oh wait, let me read the title. Am I the a-hole for telling my friend she stinks?
Oh,
I'm just gonna go ahead and say it. No, you're not.
Exactly.
Yeah, I would probably say somebody if somebody stunk.
I would
Especially with a
definitely
close
call you
friend.
out. Right, exactly.
Yeah. Because I don't like. I would rather somebody tell me I stunk in public so I could go get that fixed because that is disgusting.
Right. Go get some deodorant. Maybe take a shower if you can, depending on where
Yeah.
you are.
Yeah. She has a habit of ignoring basic cleanliness and is starting to become a big issue for everyone around her. During a recent trip, her lack of hygiene became aggressively noticeable. Aggressively noticeable.
Aggressively? What?
ooh.
Okay
Throughout the
then.
Tiffany would take fake showers, which we had to force her into taking in the first place, and she rather
The
she
okay,
rarely
wait.
bothered
Question,
fresh mouth.
question. How the heck do you take a fake shower? Do you just
I
like turn
guess-
on the water and just not go in?
Okay, that's not the
Like-
question I had. My question is, how do you force somebody to take a shower?
I guess they just locked her in the bathroom.
You just lock them in.
Probably. I mean, she
Oh
took
my
a fake
gosh.
shower. She probably just like got shoved into the bathroom.
I'm gonna assume that the other people, that the person that is writing this and the other people that force her to take a shower are also 16.
I guess so.
I'm gonna assume
really
that.
I mean-
hope so.
Yeah.
Bro, it's like okay, now this is kind of getting more. Now I don't know. Like I'm not really feeling that she's really the person writing this really is because it seems like they've already said she stinks. I mean, if you're forcing somebody to shower, I think you've told them they stunk. You know.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe it's how she says it. It got to the point where her body odor became quite overpowering for everyone in the shared room.
Overpowering. No.
She also
What?
has this strange habit of lying on top of other people's belongings, basically transferring her stink and sweat into everything she touches. Oh my gosh.
Bro, it's a disease. Bro,
Oh, that's ridiculous.
Oh my god.
That actually makes me mad.
Got the plague.
That's
Vile.
that's crazy.
I
Dang.
feel kind of bad for this girl though. Like
I know,
she
she just
was being
oblivious.
outed on Reddit. Like, and we're talking
know,
about
this
it on a
is crazy.
podcast. Imagine how
Her
heartbroken-
name. They used a name. That's crazy.
Imagine how heartbroken she would be if she's listening to this and she's like,
Oh.
"Oh wait, this is me."
Honestly, I feel like they wouldn't be friends after this.
Oh
like-
yeah.
Like the fact that
They
she's
didn't
like, oh
actually
yeah,
use her name.
Is her
though.
name Tiffany?
To clarify, Tiffany is the fake name they're using. Like
Oh,
they're just using it to
well-
refer to her, basically.
oh, I see.
Her hygiene issue became even clearer when she didn't brush her teeth once during the whole trip. I've tried to tell her discreetly by gifting her perfume and other hygiene products in the past, as at one point I was scared and felt bad that she couldn't afford to maintain her hygiene. However, this wasn't the case as she never used the gifts I got her. It's frustrating as her friend to see her neglect her basic hygiene as she forces others to embrace her unpleasant odor. I'm torn between
Embrace.
comforting
Embrace,
comforting
yeah.
Tiffany about her hygiene habits and risking hurting her feelings or continuing to tolerate the stink caused by her lack of hygiene. Would I be the a-hole if I tell her she stinks, or should I just let it go and hope she eventually realizes her odor? I want
Bruh,
to tell
you've
her
already
the
told
issue.
her.
I know you already did. You forced her to shower.
Yeah.
I want to tell her the issue in a way that is kind to her feelings, but also serious enough for her to take, as many people at school have started making jokes about her stench, and she truly believes they're just jokes, such as people holding their noses dramatically when they sit next to her, or turning around and running when they see her walking in the corridor to avoid
Okay,
walking past her.
That's awful.
This is too much.
I've heard people
What?
calling her Stinky, stink, or stink, atomic weapon, nuclear bomb, biohazard, foul odor cloud, walking porta potty, etc. It's obvious that everyone's noticing her stench. Tiffany's hygiene habits are putting a strain on her friendship and it's making it difficult to be around her. I want to tell her so that the rude jokes about her stop, but I'm also unsure of the best way of going about this, as I have tried multiple times and she doesn't take it seriously. Any advice or perspective would be appreciated.
Okay,
got a-
I'm just gonna say it. If she doesn't realize that there's something wrong when people are calling her radioactive, I don't like. There's no hope.
Freaking
Atomic
biohazard
weapon.
atomic weapon.
Bruh.
People turning around and running down the corridor when they see her walking.
People
This is
basically-
not real. I don't believe this story for 1 second. I'm sorry.
hopefully not. This is great.
There's no
I
way.
mean, come on, she has to
Like,
know.
yeah,
Like, this is ridiculous. Like, if
There's
somebody,
no way that you can just go like let's pretend that all of this goes on, all of this, post just goes through like 1 month. That's 1 month of people being like, well, you smell like complete, dog behind. Everyone running away from her because the way she smells. Her friends forcing her to take care of her hygiene. She knows. Like, there's no
I mean,
way around it.
her stank has probably been a thing for a while because think about it. This was posted an hour ago.
Right,
School
and I'm
started
trying to be-
August.
I'm
You know,
trying to,
like-
I was attempting to play devil's advocate, but the point I'm making is, even if it's like hasn't been that long of a thing, you would think they'd still be like, maybe I should just take a shower.
Yeah.
I know.
No,
Exactly.
I know. This is actually crazy that people are holding their noses while she walks by.
See,
Like,
that's
dramatically.
why I don't think this is real. Because I feel like that would have already got to her head.
Mm.
Yeah,
I
there's
feel like
no
she
way.
would have already been like, okay, people are treating me horribly at school because
I
of
think
my
she has
BO.
other problems.
I think
like,
so too. There's
much
no way.
worse problems.
Right, yeah.
This
That's
is
crazy.
That is so funny, but so sad. I don't know what you guys, but like again, like how we said earlier, like man, don't stink. Put on deodorant. That's disgusting. Put on body spray. Like shower. Like if I like there's no reason like 16 years old, like you should have this figured out. Especially like not to like I don't know, I feel like girls typically don't have this problem. Like generally, like it's pretty common for middle school boys to absolutely reek, you know.
Yeah.
I mean, but for girls, not as much. I mean, I think because guys just lack a self-conscious about it sometimes.
Yeah.
So I mean, I guess it's not like any like worse that it's a girl, but it's also just more confusing because it's just very rare. I don't know. It's disgusting.
It's
That's
crazy.
awful. If I like, especially if you came up to hug that person. Oh, I have a story. I have a story. Okay, story time. So, Isaac, remember that dance thing? Yo, you guys, you and Dallas were both in it, right?
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
Yeah.
legitimately. I don't know if you remember this, Tyler. That's actually where the three of us first met.
I know. I don't even like think about that, dude. I kind of forgot about that. I just
Nah,
barely knew Isaac at that time.
No, yeah, I knew Tyler elsewhere because I think we had a history class a long time ago.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
something like that. I had seen your
Yeah.
face before.
Right, same,
that.
same.
Oh, then at least that's where
Um,
me and you met then.
Oh yeah, for sure. I barely knew you at Dallas. But there's this one girl there, and I would hate for her. Like, I doubt she'll see this, but if she ever saw this, I'd feel so bad. But there was this one girl, right, and she stunk, like she reeked, and I got stuck. Okay, so basically how it worked for the listeners is, you know, if you've taken like a ballroom dance class or something like that, usually they'll split up the boys and the girls, and the guys will go over and just like pick a random girl. You just walk across, pick a girl, and be like, "Hey, would you like to dance?" Whatever. Well, I didn't know. I never like danced with her yet or anything like that. I selected her, and you know, it was just you just select whoever. It's not like you selected anybody for any particular reason. You know, you just selected whoever you made eye contact first, really. And you know, we're getting ready, you know, and we're like, you hold her hand. That's kind of what you're supposed to do, and I kind of start to realize like and it's like we're doing foxtrot, right? So
Yeah.
you're kind of like closer to a person than you would be with like swing or something, right? And I'm like, oh God, you know, it's like it's as bad like you're holding your breath, you know, but you
Yeah.
can't make it obvious. And her hands are clammy as all can get out. I mean, it's like it's like sticking your hand in like I don't know, like a gasoline tank, you know. I mean,
Oh my
it's like
gosh.
clammy.
Or like a peanut butter jar.
Oh yeah, I mean it's just God. It's like you know you just it's disgusting, and and this was also for some reason at this same time, like I don't know if it's just because it felt forever, but they usually changed them out pretty quickly. But for this particular time, this was one of the longer like lessons where they taught the dance. So it was a while before we switched. So I was stuck doing this for like forever.
Oh gosh.
Forever. And she was like, and we had just started and she was sweating profusely. I
Oh my
mean,
gosh.
like, you know how like you'll sweat so bad, like your whole back of your shirt's like wet?
Oh yes. Oh my
Like that's
gosh.
how it was. And it's not and I hate to be rude to this girl. Like she was very nice and it's not like there was anything really particular wrong with her. She was just not clean. She stunk. I mean we all sweat, but it's like, bro, you knew you sweat a lot. Like you knew this. And you didn't put on deodorant? Or at least
Yeah.
not enough. Like please. It was terrible. Like I would be terrified if I went to something like that, like a dance class, and I stunk. Yeah, I'm distraught about this kind of whole thing. I mean, um I can't believe that they've been friends for this long. Like I would like to know these people in their friendship that they would just let their friends stink this long, you know? I would say, as final words to this girl about the stink.
Ooh,
I don't
Tiffany?
think it's if you guys are close, if you and Tiffany are like real close, you go ahead and tell her, you stink, girl. We got to get this like it's not like just like
Say it all
confidence is
sassy like that.
attractive. Just like confidence is attractive, being cleanly is attractive, bro. Okay?
Definitely.
Like I don't know if you're just trying to like live life like a hobo and just, float through life, like that's fine. Like I don't know if
Yeah.
you can't afford hygiene, but boy, we can get you some. You know? Me, Dallas,
we-
Isaac, and Christian are dedicated to sending you hygiene products a month, like monthly, whatever you need. We will cover it. We got it.
We will
Just don't
all
worry about it.
and we'll
Reach
we'll
out.
actually personally knock on your door and bring them to you.
Yeah, we have
Well,
no idea
I don't
where
know
you're
about
at.
all that. If they stink that bad, I probably won't be.
maybe put it in a plastic bag and throw it. I think that is it's a good place to stop. What do you guys think? Do you guys have a positive outlook on society now, or like a
No.
negative? What?
My outlook is, if you have problems, probably don't go to Reddit. That's my outlook. It's if you have problems, go to the person directly. Don't get the help of a bunch of idiots. And I would like to say the four of us. I feel like we fall on.
The idiot category.
I feel like the four. Yeah, we fall under the same category. So don't because I mean 99% of the time the internet will probably give you the wrong answer.
I have my aphorism.
Oh great.
Okay, let's hear it.
Now we don't even have aphorisms now. It's just like whatever.
It's just a quote.
I mean, it's an aphorism, like kinda, but it's more of just weird quotes. Here's ours today, since it's
Okay.
April. I only picked this one because it's April. You have 1 hour to relax. April Fools, you're a mom.
I'm a mom.
Yes, you're a mom.
Let's go.